Hello and welcome back to Life Atlas. On our journey together, we often talk about life as a map, filled with highways we must travel and destinations we plan to reach. But sometimes, the most profound discoveries aren't on the main road at all. They're hidden in the quiet alleys we stumble upon by chance, especially on a rainy evening. Tonight, I want to take you to one such place. A place that reminded me that every map has its legends, and every life has its unread chapters. So, find a comfortable spot and let the story begin. The rain came to Saigon at the end of October. It wasn't a rushed downpour, but a slow, persistent drizzle, as if wanting to wash away the dust of a long day. The crowds on the street hurried along, everyone eager to return to the warmth of home. As was I, but instead of heading home, my feet led me aimlessly into a small alley off Tran Hung Dao Street. An alley I must have passed 100 times but never truly noticed. And there, nestled humbly between brightly lit shops, was an old bookstore. Its wooden sign was faded, with only a few characters of its name, Nha Nam Tu Quan, still legible. Not the name of a large chain, but one that carried the weight of memories. Driven by curiosity and a need to take shelter from the rain, I gently pushed open the time-worn wooden door. A small wind chime sang a soft welcome. The space inside wasn't large, but it was incredibly serene. The scent of old paper, of ink, and of time itself mingled together, creating a solemn fragrance that only book lovers can truly appreciate. Thousands of books stood silently on the shelves, each one a world, a life, a destiny. Behind the counter stood an old man, his hair as white as silk, his eyes kind and bright behind tortoise-shell glasses. He said nothing, only nodding at me before slowly returning to wiping each book with a soft cloth. His presence seemed as peaceful and steadfast as the bookstore itself. I wandered through the aisles. Some books had torn covers, worn spines, and pages yellowed with age. As I lightly brushed my fingers over them, a thought sparked in my mind. Perhaps each of us is like a book in the grand library of life. The cover is our appearance, the way we present ourselves to the world. Some are hardcover with glittering gold letters. Others are simple paperbacks without any frills. But who's to say that behind a magnificent cover aren't just empty pages? Or that a simple exterior doesn't hide an earth-shattering story? How many books have we hastily judged just by their cover? Each chapter is a stage in our life. There are glorious, bright chapters we wish to read over and over. But there are also chapters filled with tears, pages crumpled in anger, ink smeared by mistakes that we wish we could just tear out. Yet without those painful chapters, would the book truly be complete? Aren't the scars on the page the very proof that the book was truly lived in, and not just left untouched on a shelf? At some point, the old shop owner had come to stand beside me. He looked at me, his gaze seeming to see right through my thoughts. He asked gently, his voice warm and deep, "Are you looking for a new book? Or are you hoping to reread an old one?" His question stunned me. It was true. Our entire lives, we constantly stand between those two choices. We tirelessly seek new stories, new experiences, sometimes forgetting that the old chapters of our own lives whether happy or sad, hold priceless lessons. Do we have the courage to reread the saddest chapters of our lives? Or do we just want to forget them and hastily write a new one? I didn't buy a book that day. I simply bowed my head to thank the old man and stepped out of the shop. The rain outside had softened. The air was fresh and cool. I realized that Bookstore didn't just sell books. It offered moments of stillness for people to reread themselves. The book of your life. Which chapter are you on right now? And its best chapter, has it been written yet? That final question, has the best chapter been written yet, is the very essence of what we explore here. It's a question that keeps us turning the pages. If you believe that our stories are still being written, and you'd like a companion on the journey of discovering what comes next, please follow our channel, Life Atlas. Here, we don't pretend to have all the answers, but we provide a space to ask the right questions. Let's build a community where every book, no matter its cover, is valued. Thank you for walking down that alley with me tonight. Until our next discovery on the Life Atlas.